Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. How do your boys feel about their sister having a boyfriend?
But I would be doing the same thing.
You don't get along with me, there's a problem.
Your family's opinion matters. Buddy had unexpected foot surgery.
If you like the guy, go talk to him.
That's probably the advice I would have gave too, I have to say. No, not at all. I raised her well, Erica.
You made a good call.
That's how I would approach it.
She gets the days, I get the nights.
Before she goes, I want to answer this first.
Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. I am your co-host, Erica Spira.
And I'm Lisa Velastro.
And we have another great guest for you guys this week, the one, the only, Mary Sciarrone.
Yay, Mary!
Hello. Welcome back to the show. You have been on the show once
Thank
before.
you. I'm happy to be here.
Excited to have you. I know you've had a big week this past week.
Crazy week. One of the hardest weeks of my life.
You had to drop both your kids
Yes.
off at school.
Yes. Yes.
How you feeling?
I feel, I'm very happy and very proud, and I'm like, just feel like I feel sad because happy and proud, but sad because I feel like, oh my God, like I left them in a different place. More so for my daughter, because my daughter's a plane ride away, than my son. Because my son, I could get in a car and I could be to him very quickly. My daughter, I have to fly to or drive a very long time, so I'm a little sad.
Yeah, we're trying to support her this week. You know, she basically went from taking care of 2 kids for 18 years to just leaving them, you know. And it's different because when I dropped Sophia off, it was sad for me. I was proud of her. I was happy for the next chapter of her life, but it was sad. But I also was coming home to 3 kids still.
Yes.
You know, Mary is, dropping off her twins 2 different directions, and on top of it, her husband travels a lot.
Yes. So I went I'm alone.
We go to her, what, you're gonna get a hobby? You're gonna
I'm gonna move in here. I'm gonna just come here again. That's it, because what am I gonna do?
You miss the chaos?
I do. I like this house isn't chaos, but I feel like I'll hang out with Carlo.
Yeah.
Me and him will snack together. We'll go because
We're snackers.
We're snackers. Yeah. I like it. But he calls me Big M because all I do is eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I'll just hang out with Carlo. I'll do it all over again. 18 years goes so fast. And now when I see like a mother with a baby and like the baby's crying, like I was just at the airport and the mother's like all frustrated. I'm like, listen, enjoy it. It goes really fast. I'm like, enjoy this every moment. I would go back in a minute. And if I see twins, like I get all jerky. I couldn't even pass through clear. Like I was crying so much. And the lady was yelling at me. I go, listen to me. I'm leaving my daughter. I'll go through the regular line. I was like, I can't. She's like, you have to stop crying. And I'm like, I can't. I was like, I'm not, and I can't. My husband left me. He left. He said, I was on the floor in clear. I was literally
I believe that. I believe that.
I said, I'll go through the regular line. You could use my fingerprint. You could use my name. My eyes don't work.
Let me ask you a question because, I dropped off Sophia last year and, she wanted her room a certain way with certain colors and everything. You dropped off a boy and a girl this year. Was there a difference on what they wanted in their rooms?
Can I say I saw the photos? Big difference. There's a big difference.
My son Joseph, he didn't pick out anything. He was like, whatever you want, whatever he didn't pick out not one thing. I think we went to the bookstore and like I said to him, is there anything else you want? And he picked out like 1 or 2 more things. He didn't pick out, I think he ordered his book bag because I said, do you want a book bag? And he was like, oh, I'll take care of it. And he ordered, that was the only thing. I ordered everything for him. And I didn't know what he wanted. I mean, I thought it looked good for a boy's room. And the biggest thing he liked, I got him an air freshener because, my son's a wrestler. And it smelled like there's a certain odor. And I'm like, Joe, please keep, opening the new air fresheners that I got you because there's a smell to him in the room, like the room. I'm like, it stinks. I'm like, and there's cute girls there, smart girls. You don't want them to stop in your room and be like, I ain't coming in here because of the smell.
That is so true though. Boys do have a stink to them. Like my boys play full contact sports also, and when they come back home with their equipment, I'm like, you need to leave that in the garage. That cannot enter the house.
Oh, the equipment especially.
Yeah, strip that in the garage because the smell lingers in the house. It's crazy.
It is. And where Lucia picked out everything like, Well, honestly, we're a family of giving.
Yeah.
So when Lucia, she packed up from her college dorm, they came right to my house and unloaded everything. So most of Lucia's stuff is from Sophia. And then, she got a few things on the walls that she added. But honestly, that's really like we use each other's stuff.
Yeah.
And she used mostly of Sophia's stuff. And I bought her own comforter and stuff like that. And her wall decoration. But she picked out everything on her own.
Yeah.
Everything on her own.
Sophia did the same thing last year. I have to say, I'm just curious to know because now this upcoming year, it's my son Buddy's turn. So I need to know how involved I should be with that one. Boys, girls are very different.
You're going to have to do it all, cutie. You're going to have to do it all.
I'm going to recruit Sophia.
Yeah,
help me out.
That's it.
Somebody.
You're going to have to do it.
Honestly, though, hold on to that stuff because then when I moved after college, I ended up moving into the city and you also have smaller rooms. Yeah. And so I literally had some of those storage things from when I went to college. And I was like so glad I kept them. Just have like a couple drawers under the bed just for some clothes. So it's like, hold on. Someone will use them. Someone's going to end up city apartment somewhere,
We shall see. Every year we have more kids leaving us.
I know.
It's crazy. Twins. Same time.
It's just crazy.
So now, do you think your husband will cut down his travel schedule a little bit, or are you going to go travel with him?
No, he don't travel to fun places. If he went somewhere good, I would go. But I don't want to go with him where he travels. He goes to like nowhere fun. Like he'll go up to I don't even know where, Connecticut. Like not that Connecticut's not fun. I'm not saying that, but like he goes to like a rinky dink hotel, like and he has meetings all day. What am I gonna do? Like he's not like. It's not like he could go out to lunch or whatever. Like, if he goes somewhere good where there's like a big mall or something, then I would go. Or if there's something fun like on a seaport, then I would go. But where he goes, he goes to like Long Island. He ain't going to the Hamptons. Yeah. He's going to work. I can't, it's not. If it's fun, I'm going.
I hear you. Got to schedule a couple extra spa days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got to look up casinos? Would you like a casino?
Oh, I love a casino.
Oh, okay. All right.
Casino,
If he's near a casino
if
on the water.
If he's near a casino, then definitely I would join the trip. But there's only so many of them. And my son is in his territory. So whenever he's in that area, then I'll go because he has Ithaca, New York. So that's,
oh, wow.
I'll be like, I'm coming. And my son, I already said I'm coming. He's like, Mom, really? He's like, you're coming already? I'm like, Joe, I could be there for lunch. He's like, I'm good, Mom. I have class. I'm like.
Yeah, I was like, Lucky Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom once texted me in college. She was like, what's your class schedule? And I responded, why? And she was like, you think I'm just going to show up one day? I said, yeah. I'm like, you wake up early. By the time I'm waking up, you'll be here. You'll be in the car 6 a.m. You'll get here 9:30. Like, hey,
That's
Erica.
so funny. Wait, isn't that, you told me that Lucia left your schedule.
Wait, Lucia texted me, put it in, I have like a folder. Lucia put it into like my notes.
She did give you
Lucia's schedule, and gave me her classes. Lucia.
Oh, really?
Joseph didn't even tell me nothing. Joseph's just like, whatever.
Maybe there's a reason why he didn't
She
tell you.
He's close.
Even labeled it Lucia's schedule. She's just, girls are just different.
Yeah, but she also knows to go visit her, you have to get on an airplane.
Yeah.
But
Joseph, you don't.
I told Lucia, I'm like, Lucia, because it was very hard for me leaving. And then my husband got a little annoyed because she texted me because I was really hysterical. And then she texted me when I was leaving. She was like, Mom, don't cry. I love it here. I'm so happy. You're going to be back before you know it. Because her parent weekend is September 16th.
A lot of them are pretty quick.
Wow.
And she said, you're the best mom, and
sweet.
I love you. So my husband goes, she's you're supposed to be the mom. And then I left her because Lisa told me about those open when letters.
Yeah.
So then she found them and she's like, and she goes, you know about the open when? I was like, yeah, he's calling me. This is the 4th time he's calling
really?
me. What does he need?
Isn't he calling you because he forgot stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. You showed up with a big bag.
Yeah, Joe, what's up? I'm doing a podcast, honey. What's the matter?
Where are you?
I'm doing a podcast. What's the matter?
Nothing. All right, just call me after.
All right, love you.
Love you, bye.
Oh, it's okay. I'll find it.
He's like, I'll figure it out.
He's dropping off his laundry. He's asking me what gets dry cleaned. He's like, does Vineyard Vine get dry cleaned? I'm like, no, Joe. That goes in the regular.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But at least he's asking.
Yeah.
You
At least he
know?
cares.
At least he
nice.
cares.
I said, Joe, dry clean your jeans for the first time because sometimes they run.
Yeah.
The colors, I'm like, he's like, dry clean the jeans. He's like, oh, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, just
That's
dry
so
clean the
funny.
jeans. Boys
Listen,
are clueless.
Yeah, but I heard stories that like kids don't even ask and they'll put whites and darks together and they don't care. You know, they don't care. So at least he's asking.
Yes.
I don't. I still don't really separate. I'll be honest.
Why?
I do like my sheets and my towels are all white, and I do that separate. But I don't know, because that's how I did it in college, and I never really had a problem.
But it doesn't like your whites don't get dark
Not
or
really, no.
No, I do. Well, I mix. I separate everything.
Yeah, I'll do it occasionally if I want to bleach it. But if I don't want to bleach it, I'm like, I don't care. I know it's crazy to everybody else. I know it's crazy.
Hey, listen, whatever works.
Yeah,
whatever works. We don't judge.
I know.
No.
Every time I say that, my mom's like, she shakes her head.
That's the new generation.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the worst when you bring your laundry home and it gets mixed with everybody else's laundry? And I'm because my mom's like, I'll do it, and I'm like, I want to do it, and I'll keep all my stuff together.
Don't get me started with that because that's my daughter's pet peeve. So her stuff always gets mixed up with my stuff.
Right.
And she's like, I can't wait to go back to do my own laundry because at least I know where my crap is.
It's very true, though. It is true.
Yeah.
But the moms always want to help. Every time I walk in the door, mom's like, those pants dirty? Put them in. Put them in right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she's always putting something in.
Me too.
Funny. So I had a question I was going to ask Mary myself. I know you went through going through IVF with your twins.
Yes.
Do you mind if I ask how old were you when you had them?
When I had them, I was 33 because yes, I was 33. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I turned 30 now a year ago. I'm 31. And of course, everyone immediately is like, hey, you should look into like get your eggs freeze, get everything checked, make sure everything's okay. So I was like, all right, I'll go get it checked. I'll see what's up. I went to the doctor and they, showed me all the stats and they were like, your fertility tends to drop when you're 35.
Yeah.
But
that's
they're
what
like,
I was going to say.
Yeah, they're like, but it does matter the age of the eggs and blah, blah, blah. They're like, so you don't have to do it now, but you could do it now. But I didn't know just to freeze the eggs, you go through the whole IVF process.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing as if I was going to do it. Did you have to do it too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but my job back in the day was at an infertility clinic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
I actually used to clean sperm for a living.
How funny is that? Yes.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of bummed because I thought just freezing the eggs was totally different.
What you actually have to do to freeze eggs is you have to induce more egg growth, like, production, which is the IVF process. Yeah. And then once you reach that level of retrieval, you retrieve the eggs. It's like it's the halfway process of IVF, basically.
Yeah, right. I know. So they look and they like tell you like, we think we could get this many eggs. It's kind of what they told me. And I was kind of like, yeah. All right. But then it's weird at the end. They're just like, so what do you want to do? I'm like, I just came to get checked, man. Like I was like, it sounds like I'm good for a while. Like I don't have to rush it, but.
Yeah, it's an overwhelming process. I mean, you would know best.
It's
you went
a big commitment. Like I was there every day.
Yeah, when you're doing the shots and stuff. Right?
I was there every day. I remember being at the doctor every single day. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely worth it. And then 18 years, then they'll leave you. But it was definitely. I was on bed rest. If you remember,
for a while,
I was in bed before I was even pregnant. They put me on bed rest for like a year. I was in bed
because I was gonna say you were kind of young to do it. Were you just trying to get pregnant for a while and then they were like, hey?
No, my husband wanted, because he's 6 years younger, but you can't tell if you see us. I look better, but I'm kidding. But he's 6 years younger, so his mom was sick when we got married. She, had colon cancer, so he knew that her time, and she had passed. She was able to see our kids, but he wanted her to see our kids, obviously. So he was like, come on, let's get pregnant. And he was like, you're not, getting any younger, and not even knowing that I was going to have a problem, because all my sisters, no one's ever had a problem. Yeah. Meanwhile, then I was the last one to have a kid, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a problem. And I had a problem. I could get pregnant, but I couldn't hold on. Every time I couldn't pass like 7 or 8 weeks, and then I would just lose it. And then we went and we did, IVF, and They even told me, I remember that, like, they didn't even think that it was going to work out for me.
Really?
And the doctor tried to talk me out of it. He's like, I just don't think it's going to work. He didn't think my eggs were strong enough. Of course, I blamed it on my husband. I was like, it's your fault. But the doctor said that my eggs weren't strong enough. Told me, he's like, the best you could do is take a 22-year-old egg and mix it with your husband's sperm, and I would be able to carry it, but whatever.
Interesting.
So then I was like, okay. And then I was like, we're not going to have kids. You could get remarried. We'll get divorced. And, we just got married. I said, I can't give you kids, whatever. And then he's like, I would do this for you. I would try. Like, you're going to just give up. How could you just give up? So I said, it's my body. The doctors sit there and tell you all this stuff.
Yeah.
All this negative stuff. So I said, there wasn't one, good thing that they told me. So he's like, the good thing is you're going to have a baby. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do one round. We'll try this. And it worked. And we used my egg and his sperm. And I did one round and it really worked.
Which one round's lucky even for people that
don't
really have problems.
That's why you got to leave it in God's hands.
You do.
That's the way I feel.
I know.
You know?
But it's also I don't want to say danger, but the risk is, I know people doing it, but they only implant one embryo at a time.
Now I think back then when it was like newer, like that's why there's so many twins and triplets and stuff like that. But now I think they only do one at a time.
Really?
Yeah, maybe two if you're struggling.
I think they changed it because there were so many multiples. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know I have a cousin that she was struggling to get pregnant. They put in to adopt. And then in the classic story of adopting, she suddenly was pregnant with twins.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, and it was like,
I
believe
that everything happens for a reason.
I know. It's crazy. But I know. And then they leave. So I'm sorry.
And then they leave you. But then they call. So.
Yeah, they call. They'll still need you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff.
It's the next chapter.
Yeah. I know. Definitely. All right. So let's go to a couple emails. This one might be interesting. All right. Guys, if you want to send us an email, it's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. All right, so this one is called Life Balance. Hi, all. I've been listening since you started, as I love seeing more of the behind-the-scenes into the Velastro world. I own a bakery myself, have a fiance, and a 1-year-old daughter. My question is for Lisa. When you and Buddy were raising kids with a growing bakery, how did you balance it all? Your relationship with each other, your kids, your friends, and all the employees. A bit of a loaded question, but I know it was no walk in the park.
So when Buddy and I first met, Buddy worked crazy hours. He only had one day off a week on Mondays, and that's usually the day he spent answering hundreds of emails.
Yeah.
So you have to realize, you have to be a certain person to realize that you're you're caring for this person, you're marrying into this family. And the bakery becomes your family, too.
You do marry the family because you're married to us.
Yeah.
And it's true what they say. You marry into the family, to the business. So the way we balanced it is that we always were at the bakery. When we started having children, the children were at the bakery.
Yes.
Our kids were raised in the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
We were always together. We're still always together. Mm-hmm. We all our children know every aspect of the bakery. I think that's why all our kids have such a great work ethic. We're lucky enough to have a family business that our kids know what it is to work hard. I hear families always say, oh, well, you guys are lucky that you kids had the experience of working in your business because we don't have a business. So if my kid needs work ethic, they got to go work for strangers or somewhere else. So in that aspect, we were lucky. So the way we balanced it is our business became our family too. And our friends, we always had friends coming to visit us at the bakery.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
So our lives revolved around
the bakery.
our business. Yeah. So that's how we balanced everything.
It's true.
That's what we did. And if you want a successful business, you have to be married to the business.
Yes,
that's
I
what
agree.
it is.
Yeah, and regardless of who runs the business.
Exactly.
She says she's the baker, and it's like, yeah, you need your partner 100%.
Exactly, 100%. And if your partner's truly your partner, then they're going to be involved with it also.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How do you deal with your partner travels a lot?
One thing I can say is I never got mad at him. I never argued. It was a little tough when they were younger, because my son was always at practice after school, and like going from here there, and I felt like, you know, my daughter, like, you know, she always was either in the car, we were driving from here to there for wrestling, and Joseph always had, you know, as many trainers as an Olympic athlete. So he went from one place to another place to another place. And I always felt bad for my daughter. When my husband was home, it was his job and he did it all. But, you know, it was very hard. But I understood that my husband was working and that we needed, you know, him to work. So I never complained that he was working. I understood.
Yeah.
So that my role was to really take care of the kids, and his role was to do that. And, you know, then I worked, but I didn't really work as much. It was more like a holiday thing. So, you know, we just had to balance everything. And my family, if I needed something, my sisters and my sister-in-law, anyone that needed a lending hand was there to help me.
Yeah. And I'd say don't hesitate to get help if you can afford to get some help.
No, that's the good thing of us, is that we do have each other.
We do.
And, you know, at one point my husband was traveling months at a time.
Yeah.
You know, we all ask for help when needed.
Yeah, we have a family group text with like 27 of us.
37, I think.
37, okay. We do. Every single one of us are in with our kids. And like every day we're in, like a few times a day, whoever like sends pictures, sends texts, sends this. And we just like, whatever we need, we just ask.
It's true.
Yes.
It's very true.
It does make it easy with 37 options. I'm like, who could pick up my kid?
Exactly.
Who's going here? Who's going to this town?
Yeah. So, you know, to answer back the question is your business becomes your family also.
Exactly.
And if the people around you love you and support you, they're going to become part of that business too.
Yeah. I never understood these girls who complain their husband's working. Your husband's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to go to work. How are you going to support the family?
Exactly.
Well, that's often why women I know, they like want to have kids the same times as their friends, partly of when they have like those couple months off in their home. They're like, yeah, it's nice to like have a friend that I can like bring my baby and just like have another person to be around, especially if they don't have family around to hang out with, you know?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, we're lucky enough that we have each other. I know people that don't, and I don't know what it is to live that part of life, because we always had us around each other.
We did.
Yeah, don't be ashamed. You need to ask for a favor or two.
There you go.
But anyway, thank you for emailing in. And if anybody else wants to email us, you can get us at whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. So that's it for our episode today, though. So thank you so much for coming on, Mary.
Thank you for coming, Mary.
Oh,
so
anytime. It was fun.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button. Or if you're listening to us and you'd like to watch us, go check out our YouTube page. So thanks again, and we'll see you all next week.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.